Hi, today I want to talk to you about workarounds and hacking the system. A lot of the time when I'm working with law firms on IT and technology projects or barristers' chambers, there is a number of items that take place day in, day out within individual areas of practice, even across different offices in the same area of practice, where people have different ways of working that they have to create based on the technology that they are having to engage with day to day. And what I mean by that is there's a certain way and process and order of things that they would logically happen in when you're trying to approach a task. And what happens if tools, technology, IT, if IT is not set up correctly, the IT that your users, your people have to engage with that are recording billable time or recording time towards the billable hours target, and they're trying to make progress on a matter for a client. And to do that, they need to use a certain level of thought, a depth of thought, to be able to be productive, create a flow, and to be able to really push the matter forward instead of just recording single units. As Simon McCrum, to me, famously says in his book around push and tell, you need to be able to really move things forward and make progress on matters. And I think one of the problems with IT and technology is if it's not set up correctly, which is the majority of the time in these instances, it really interrupts and disrupts your people. It means that they're working in a way which is not the natural order of things. They might have different login screens for certain things. They might have to jump from one system to another for a certain part of information. There might be different websites they need to access. There's different tools for this, different tools for that. There might be workflows with broken items in that loop around and they create a workflow, half automated processes or broken documents, and they have to create their own ways of doing it. And they end up creating these workarounds because it's not because they want to, it's because for the users, for the people in your firm, it's more efficient for them to do that because if they raise it with IT, and they go through that process of explaining the problem versus this is my current position, this is what's frustrating, these are the bottlenecks and challenges, this is what I need that to look like. If that's not then addressed, it's not a good use of their time. So they do it the other way. And I see this a lot. Basically, what happens is I tend to go into law firms. A lot of the time, what I'm doing is I'm working with them to bring things back to where they need to be so that it can be efficient, so they can remove the bottlenecks, all the sticks they have to trip over when they're trying to walk through their day. And in order to do that, it's not easy to do. You can't do that if you're the individual doing the work. That's very difficult to do. They shouldn't be expected to understand how to fix it. But what I tend to do is there's a great project process that I put together that enables me to work with firms, bring outside eyes to this to look at what's the current position, what are the bottlenecks, frustrations, and challenges, what's the time associated with this, so we can determine is it a valid, viable item to fix because of the opportunity that's available, the time that will be created if we fix this, how wide does that spread? And it requires time to do this. It requires time to do that, build the requirements, confirm them back with the users before you then go out and look at a solution and then build something that meets their needs. Now, a lot of people don't know how to do that and run projects successfully. Even if you've got development skills, IT development skills, it doesn't mean they're providing one technical element. It doesn't mean necessarily there's a good project process and methodology in place to fix these challenges and problems for your people. So if you find that you're an individual that is having to create your own workarounds, maybe that's something you want to discuss with the team, see if it's something that's common, if it's worth raising at a partner meeting, to your team meeting. If you're a partner that knows this goes on day in, day out within your area of practice and you want to address that, or this is taking place across your firm and you'd like to have a conversation about how that can be addressed, how I work with firms to resolve those problems and enable that flow of productivity, which does take time. It's an improvement process. I'd love to talk to you. If you've got an IT or project team in place, but they're not delivering for you, and maybe you need training on how to do this, then I'd be happy to do that as well. There's packages that I'm putting together for coaching, mentoring, and training IT departments and project teams so they can deliver this properly for you. Thanks for watching. Take care.